my actual eyesight is there's a high drive, deep center, go, 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 we're out of here, say ya, playa.
Just like they drew it up in Hollywood, Caladros, the 3-2, swing and a miss, and the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons, and this is it for good. The Audubon Green Wave are back in the Final Four. A gold pile on their side.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DW Broadcasting's coverage of men's varsity.
From our entire crew, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
Welcome to Tri-County basketball action right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. It's the Woodstown Wolverines and the Gloucester Catholic Rams for some Saturday morning action, starting about 10 minutes behind schedule, but JV game with a high-scoring gauntlet and ran a little long. But right now what we've got is two teams that are not necessarily in the same division, but kind of the same weight class. They're able to play similar strengths of opponents and hold their own, even if that doesn't result in a win. Woodstown right now, they are holding firm at 9-6 with a 4-4 record in the Tri-County Diamond Division. They've won 3 of their last 4, dropping a game 47-42 to Pennsgrove on January 30th. We then move to Gloucester Catholic, which was a great power, but we are going to be right back for the national anthem. Kind of got sidetracked a little bit by Chris Stapleton, but that's going to be our national anthem. But yes, Gloucester Catholic right now, they were 12-15 just a few years ago, but they got Brandon Daugherty this past offseason after having 10 years under his belt as an assistant. They're 11-7 right now, 6-3 in the Tri-County Classic after a 4-game losing streak to begin the new year. They are now 2-2 in their last 4, dropping games to Hamilton and Cherokee and beating Clayton Big, and a huge win for the Rams over the Pittman Panthers just a couple nights ago, 56-51, in one of the fiercest rivalries between public and parochial in South Jersey. Gloucester Catholic only has 4 games left on the campaign. They play 3 of them in out-of-conference play. They play Burlington Township tomorrow in the Holy Cross Showcase. They play Salem, followed by Washington Township, and Gloucester to close out the regular season.
And junior, number 15, Rocco String.
You just heard that starting lineup for Woodstown: Blake Bielecki, MJ Hall, Garrett Lehman, Max Webb, and Rocco String. Now for Gloucester Catholic. Let's see what they have.
For your Gloucester Catholic Rams, Junior, number 2, Carlos Mendez. Junior, number 22, Jack Mastaro. Senior, number 33, Billy Jennifer. Senior, number 11, Kyle Golden. And senior, number 3, Trey Val.
So there you are for Gloucester Catholic. Carlos Mendez, Jack Mastaro, and then the 3 seniors, Billy Janipro, Kyle Golden, and Trey Battle. Again, Jack Mastaro, he joined his brother RJ Mastaro as the first pair of brothers in Gloucester Catholic history to reach 1,000 career points. He did it in the 80-48 win versus Clayton just a couple of nights ago. And then again, Gloucester Catholic, they had probably their biggest win of the season just about 48 hours ago versus Pittman, a 56-51 win on the first. Really was a monumental win for that Tri-County Classic division. For the 2 top dogs at the top of that slate of 5 or 6 teams, they really gave themselves a leg up with that win. Now they play in the same conference but out of the division versus Woodstown. Hope you guys are having a good one here on this Saturday. I'm Dan Wilkins here with the producer Donna. We've got ourselves a wonderful 32 minutes of South Jersey basketball. Woodstown will be on the left side of your screen with the white jerseys, orange and blue accents. Gloucester Catholic on the right with the gray jerseys, maroon and yellow accents. Going under this one for the tip-off. Rocco String and Kyle Golden going under this one to begin this Saturday morning event, and we are underway. Blake Bielecki taking it up for the Wolverines to start this one. Last broadcast last night, Bordentown and Cherokee in the first round of the Burlington County Tournament. Bordentown pulled out an upset, 41-33, in a low-scoring barn burner. There were only 32 combined points at the half. Woodstown getting heavy pressure from beyond the arc on this first possession. Rolling into the lane. We'll see who got the last touch there. Looks like it will be Woodstown possession. It'll be inbounded by Webb. Woodstown again, they've won 3 of their last 4. Here comes the corner 3, short. Offensive rebound by Bielecki. He'll go from 3, and he's got it for the first points of the afternoon. Woodstown always a lethal threat from beyond the arc. I mean, this is kind of a small ball team, but you've got a very well-rounded Group 1 staff here. You've got Garrett Lehman and Rocco String helping that front court really well, but Gloucester Catholic is kind of like a team where you've really got like 4 forwards on the team. Jack Mastaro answers with a 3 of his own. We're all knotted up, 3 apiece. 1 minute and 10 seconds elapsed in this one. Rolls it out into the corner for Bielecki, who had that first 3-pointer just a couple of seconds ago. Now he's in double traffic in the lane, and that will be Gloucester Catholic ball, it looks like. Actually, excuse me, it will be Woodstown ball. Bielecki will take this one in. Inbounds it beyond the arc. Bielecki back to the corner. Front court given a good pass and a good screen for 3. The forward, Max Webb, one of the leading rushers on the Woodstown football team, breaks the stalemate at 6-3. From the elbow, little bit over-ambitious there, and that'll be a miss. Of course, the breaking news came out of Salem County just a couple of days ago that John Adams stepped down as head coach of the Woodstown Wolverines after 14 years at the helm. He had gotten them a sectional title this past season in 2023, but from what John Adams talked to Al Muskowitz about, it was purely a family decision. It was purely a decision of he wanted to be able to be closer with his kids. As here comes a turnover by Leckie as this one. I'm surprised they didn't call a walk there. I saw about 4 steps, and got a crazy relay going on here, but that'll be Woodstown ball. I think that's just what happens when you have a run like that. Sometimes the emotions just kind of get a little out of hand, and you start to panic a little bit, and you end up running this crazy offense that's just not sustainable at the speed that you're at. And it causes a lot of risky plays and a lot of bad turnovers, and that's just not what you want. Oh, and that'll be a foul on Mastaro, as looks like it'll be a shooting foul. He was very lucky that his feet were inside the key, as he'll go to the line for 2. MJ Hall for the first foul shots of the afternoon. 5:05 left in the first. Woodstown up to an early 8-3 lead. We've got a busy week coming up next week here on DWB. We've got Audubon and Gloucester and Colonial play on Tuesday with a 5:30 start. Wednesday, we'll be headed up to the Burlington County League for the New Egypt Warriors and the Delran Bears in Delran. Thursday, the 8th, will be Haddon Heights versus Paulsboro and more Colonial play. Kyle Golden has that one. Brings it up the floor to the point guard Mendez on the Euro. Doesn't get it. Still a 5-point lead for Woodstown. I think Gloucester Catholic's just pushing the pace too much here. I think right now it's the first quarter. You're only down by 5. It's a 2-possession game, but they're playing what I like to call buzzer beater basketball, where they're playing too fast and loose for it to be anything sustainable, and you lead to cracks in the defense that lead to easy layups like that one from Rocco String. Trey Battle, first-year varsity senior, with a nice bounce pass to Dnipro, and we are going to have a 3 and a foul. Might have a chance for a 4-point play here. Not sure what the foul was called, but yeah, Jack Bastaro drills the triple, and he'll have a chance for a 4-point swing here. That would really be a nice, lucky spot here for the Rams. Make it a 1-possession game, 10-7, if Mastaro drills this shot. As we said, he hit his 1,000th career point as a junior versus Clayton just last week. Ball goes out of bounds to the Woodstown bench. It will be Woodstown ball. For those just tuning in, Woodstown got out to an early 10-3 lead, but Gloucester Catholic was able to cut the deficit with a triple by Mastaro, and now a turnover into the corner. Carlos Mendez, the point guard, no good. I think Gloucester Catholic just really wanted to get the first shot off possible, and yes, Mendez was wide open in the corner, but usually the way Gloucester Catholic plays, they play a really traditional offense where Carlos Mendez is that traditional point guard, probably the shortest guy on the team, but he's going to give you the most assists. He's not going to give you the most points. You know, you really don't see that from modern NBA or college offenses now. As Dnipro passes it into the corner, Trey Battle gets transferred for double defense. From 3, good! Mendez converts the triple, and it's a 3-point game. (12-9) here with just over 3 minutes and a chunk of change in the first. But continuing, we were talking about Paulsboro and Heights on the 8th, and then Overbrook and Pittman on the 9th. And on Saturday, we've got girls basketball, Pittman and Collingswood from Collingswood High School in out-of-conference play. There's the triple. It's long for an air ball. Rebound to the chest from Garrett Lehman. So we've got a busy week up ahead, as it will be the final full week of the regular season for boys and girls basketball. The playoffs start on February 21st, as that one is going to be short. Mendez boxes out, gets the rebound, and he's going to take it all himself, and that ball goes all the way to the top of the bleachers. It's going to roll down row by row like a game of Plinko, and Mr. Barker, don't give me any short change. Of course, that section would usually be packed with Gloucester Catholic students, but in both games that we've been here, it's been rather empty, I guess, for a Saturday morning. I mean, look, Gloucester Catholic, we've discussed this in our podcast, The Discussion Room, as Mendez drills the triple to tie the game, 12-12. Gloucester Catholic is a parochial school, but they operate like a traditional Group 1. They operate where a lot of their students are multi-athletes. Jack Mastero is a baseball player. Kyle Golden plays football. And so does Giancarlo Coya, who is the 6th or 7th man for this Gloucester Catholic team. They're not like the other Catholic schools. They're not like St. Augustine. They're not like Camden Catholic. They're not like, Roselle Catholic or St. Rose, whatever you want to call it. Or Paul Sixth, Christian Brothers, whatever. They're not like that. But that's not like the way Gloucester Catholic operates is better or worse than what any other school does. It's just that Gloucester Catholic is a private school in the guise of a public school. You look at this school right in the middle of Gloucester City. It's a small school. It's probably one of the smallest Catholic schools in the state, which is why for PowerPoints they're classified as South Jersey non-public B. That one misses. Picked up by Trey Battle. He'll drill this one up the floor. 1:10 to play in the first. Mendez has it. Battle cuts to the left, and that is going to be out of play as checking into the game for the Rams is going to be number 10. That is going to be Nick Calzanetti, the senior. Also another member of that football team. Again, multi-sporting isn't exactly common practice among these private parochial schools. But Gloucester Catholic isn't your traditional or typical parochial school. Carlos Mendez almost just got his 9th point of the night on a third triple. Now driving it on the floor, basically like a run and gun here. Almost had a scramble, but now under a minute to play. These guys are really playing up tempo, but the fact that Gloucester Catholic has tied this game at all is almost a miracle, because I thought with the way that they were playing with that offense, I didn't think that they were going to get many points, because they were playing some frisky basketball. They were playing really, really scared basketball where they were just trying to get the first possible shot, and they were not getting the best possible shot. It works for common sense, too. The first possible decision is not the best possible decision. You got to think it out. You got to take time. But when you go for the first possible shot, it doesn't set you up for the best opportunity. Calzanetti chucks up a three, no good. Put back, almost got it in on the second chance from Trey Battle, and that will give the Rams an unlikely 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Woodstown and Gloucester Catholic will talk this one over, and we'll take a quick break. 14-12, 25% done. Welcome to the home of the Rams, Gloucester Catholic High School here in the heart of Gloucester City, right near all the shipping containers and the Delaware Bridge and the Walt Whitman Bridge. 14-12, Gloucester Catholic, they have been on a tear. They've been on an 11-2 run in the second half of the first quarter, as this will be inbounded by Dnipro to start the quarter. Mendez will take this one in. I mean, Gloucester Catholic is obviously known as being a baseball school. They have the most state titles of anyone in the state with a staggering 20 state titles. Last one being in 2018 as Mendez is going to go for his third triple, a little short. Off the front of the rim, here comes a fast break. In transition, blocked by Mestero, and he picks up the rebound as well. That's great defense from Mestero there, adjusting to the cherry pick, and being able to stop a play in transition like that is excellent for a junior like Mestero. He's got so much to play for, and he's going to drill another one. No, excuse me. He's going to get another one. This time it goes from mid-range. Those floaters, those are the kind of simple but yet complicated plays that win or lose ball games. Can't always shoot it from three, and we're going to have a... Talk about having the rug pulled from underneath you. That was something. Woodstown thought they were going to get the foul in the end one, and instead the shot was waved off for a walk. 1 minute played in the second quarter. This pass is going to go wide, and it will go into the second row. This broadcast is brought to you by Vincent's Lawn Care as we exit the winter and prepare for the spring season. Get your front yard, backyard, or anything in order with Vincent's Lawn Care. Bi-weekly, weekly, or anytime. Just give them a call. Vincent Folks, 609-413-0403. That was tipped off the inbound from three. No. Dnipro tosses it up, but Lehman hangs onto it into the corner. Oh, R.J. Hall. Yeah, that did count for a three. I guess the basket got stuck, so they had to get that in order. Goes to Dnipro. Dnipro gets blocked. Yeah, they've got to bring it past mid-court there. Goes back to Dnipro. These guys are playing physical basketball, and, you know, there is really no stone left unturned when it comes to Woodstown and Gloucester Catholic. This is just kind of a back and forth, just war, really, where these guys are all up in each other's chests. They're bumping chests, they're bumping heads, they're bumping shorts, they're doing everything. They're bumping up all and down, and that's what makes physical basketball. It's forcing a lot of turnovers, and under that pressure, it's also forcing a lot of bad decisions. To make it a one-point game, that's in the glass and good. Here comes a nice one in transition. Battle for the triple. No good. Rebound by String. This is actually already a higher scoring half than what we had yesterday in Bordentown and Cherokee as the triple goes. That was a sweet one to complete the swing, and it's going to be 20-18. As here we go. Now they're going to run it up the floor. Battle. Gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but he hangs onto it. Second chance. Good. And now a timeout will be called by Philip Campbell and friends as we are tied up 20-20. Woodstown calls a timeout, and so will we. We'll take a quick break. 20-20 all here in a second. Tied game here, 5:16 remaining in the second quarter from the rather patriotic Gloucester Catholic gym. I guess when you stand for the national anthem, I don't know if you face that or if you face the flag on the other side of the gym.
I couldn't find the flag because it's blocked by the bucket for me. So I just stood that way.
From three by Lecky, short off the front of the rim. R.J. Hall. Nice crossover for Mendez. Gives him a lot of trouble in double traffic. Nice one off the glass. Oh, here comes another block. He came flying in out of nowhere off the inbound. Now Battle brings it. He brings the battle, and I thought we were going to have a jump ball, but no, it will be a foul. I think that's going to be a reach. I did not see a jump ball called, and it will be against Woodstown. Not a lot of fouls in this first half. Remember, the new foul rule is, starting this season, 5 fouls and a quarter gives you 2 trips to the line as Mastero. Mastero almost had a block of his own, and it was going to be the referee. That's all adrenaline talking right there. We're going to have a foul on Woodstown. Campbell not too pleased with that one. It'll be a second foul of the quarter. But again, the old foul was 7 fouls and a half would bring you 1 and 1, and 10 fouls and a half would bring you 2 shots. But that was the same rule as the NCAA, and it didn't really make sense to have the same foul rule as college basketball is 2 20-minute halves while high school basketball plays in quarters. So why have a foul rule that is meant for halves when you have a high school game that plays in quarters? As Mastero drills another one. Jack Mastero is probably one of the most complete scorers that I've seen this year in South Jersey basketball, especially in the class of 2025. You know, look, he's hit his 1,000th point. He did that last week. He's written off everybody who says, you know, look, Gloucester Catholic is not a basketball program. But look, or it's not a good basketball program. That'll be a foul. Reach-in foul against Woodstown, their third. What's important to note is that, you know, look, Gloucester Catholic, they have not won a boys basketball championship ever in, in their South Jersey region. The last time that they won a boys basketball championship was all the way back in 1970. And that was the year when both the boys and the girls both won the state titles for Catholic schools. We're going to have a 3-point play here, as that was looks like a shooting foul from beyond the arc. The foul will go against String. Checking into the game is Max Webb, and String will check out. Actually, excuse me, this will not be a shooting foul, so I apologize. I thought we were going to see a 3-point play here, but no, so I'm surprised. But Mendez will take it in. Battle. Nice one in double traffic there. Trey Battle is battle tested to give Gloucester Catholic a 5-point lead. But yeah, 1970 was the last time that Gloucester Catholic won a state championship, and they weren't even considered South Jersey then. They didn't win South Jersey titles that year. The girls did, but the boys did not. From the corner, 3! To cut the deficit. The triple knocked down by Elijah Caesar, the sophomore, and we've got a scramble and a foul. Elijah Caesar with 39, 20, and 7 going into tonight. He dropped a career-high 8 points versus Salem Tech on January 10th. Carlos Mendez just had a little too much oomph on the finger roll. They're giving him a lot of room in the paint, but he forces a miss anyway. Still a 2-point game. This has been a really good game so far. I mean, you know, look, the last time we saw Gloucester Catholic, they played Clayton, a 3-16 team as of today, and it was an 81-44 blowout. There was really no expectation going into that one that Clayton was going to win. We're going to have a third chance shot and a foul. Kyle Golden, one of the many quarterbacks for Gloucester Catholic, will go to the line to shoot 2. he makes both, it's a 2-possession game. 2:09 left in the second quarter. As that one misses. Checking back into the game is number 11. Checking in for the first time, Anthony Bacolas. Garrett Lehman takes a seat. Lehman, the 6'5", 175-pound junior forward, with 159 points and 192 rebounds in his 3-year varsity career. Very rare to see a player with more rebounds than points, but that's what Woodstown is all about. They are all about accountability on offense and making sure that if somebody misses a shot, you are always going to have somebody to box out. And they are really good at boxing out the play and making sure that there's always somebody available for every situation. Janipro punches the ball out. Battle, little long. They wanted a foul. Wow. Definitely thought that was going the other way, and I think Philip Campbell thought it was too, but Gloucester Catholic hangs on to the possession. Battle needs to find a target for the inbound. Goes to Calzanetti. Back from the top of the key, Golden forced outside. Back to Chinipro. Mastaro forces his way on the Euro, and we're going to have a push. So basically, Campbell's making the argument that, this was the same argument that was called in the JV game, was that Gloucester Catholic had 2 fouls against them and Woodstown had 10. But hey, if you play a physical game like this, as Mastaro, for the bonus, drills the first shot, it's a 2-possession game, 29-25. Kind of the thing is that, look, in a physical game like this, you are going to have a lot of fouls. We had a game a couple of days ago, I forget who it was exactly. It was, I'm trying to think of who it was. I don't know why it's slipping my mind, but we had a game where there was only 1 foul in the entire first half. First half got done in 15, 20 minutes. We're going to have a timeout called by Philip Campbell. We will keep it here. Let's take a look at what Woodstown's dealing with in the Tri-County Diamond Division. As right now, they are sitting pretty well among these small schools. And just the way that they're playing is, really, really evident by the opponents that they have in their division as well. Let's take a look at that graphic real quick. There we go. So right now, Overbrook is at the top of the division, but that division is made up mostly of Group 1, maybe a couple Group 2 schools, but from what I can understand, all of those are Group 1. You've got Overbrook at 14-5, and Woodstown is one of only 2 teams that are in the over 500 bracket at 9-6. Glassboro's hanging around there at 9-10, Pennsgrove at 6-12, Pennsville at 9-11, and Shalleck 6-10. And before we take that graphic down, in our version of that graphic, Pennsgrove is listed as last, but on NJ.com they are listed as 3rd. We could take the board down now, but basically the explanation behind that is divisional games. Pennsgrove is 4-3 in divisional games. And NJ.com determines divisional standings by your head-to-head divisional record. The way we make graphics is we do it by overall record, and that's how we list our teams. So Pennsgrove is last because they have the worst winning percentage of any team in that division. But the bigwigs, the ones that actually matter, they have them at 3rd because 4 of their 6 wins are against divisional opponents. And Woodstown is not as lucky. They're 9-6, and even though they are 2nd in win percentage, they are 4th in the division because they are 4-4 in divisional play. So that kind of convolutes things a little bit. And yeah, Philip Campbell and the Woodstown fans getting a little restless here on the fact that not a foul has been called in the second quarter against the Rams. So it goes into the corner for 3, a little short. In fact, well short. Golden picks it up. Mendez has it. And actually, an even more glaring example is the Tri-County Royal, which is made up of Group 3 and 4 schools. Kingsway does not have the best overall win percentage. They're at 11 and 10. There's a two-way tie for the best winning percentage with Washington Township and Clearview. Williamstown is 1 and 18, but because their one win is against divisional opponents, they are listed higher than Gloucester Tech, GCIT, which is 0 and 7 in divisional play. 5 seconds to shoot in the half. Golden, no good. Knocked down and a foul. Campbell is livid. I don't know what to tell you there. 0.7 seconds left. Actually, no, excuse me. That foul was against Gloucester Catholic. It was an offensive foul. Lets it fly. Oh! That ball hit off the rafters on the top of the gym. Well, that'll be all for us in the first half. Gloucester Catholic jumps out to a 6-point lead, 31-25. We'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll be right back at the end of this half. Gloucester Catholic up 31-25. Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Second half on order here for Gloucester Catholic and Woodstown. Woodstown in the first quarter jumped out to a 10-3 lead, and now Gloucester Catholic has completely erased that and then some, up to a 31-25 6-point lead at the break. Jack Mastero has really been leading the way for this Gloucester Catholic team. You know, again, we talk about how he was that 1,000-point scorer that reached that milestone last week, and now he's going to look to add on to that in the waning moments of his junior year and his entire senior year ahead of him. Here comes a three from Bielecki. Let's go. And we've got a stuck basket again. They got a little string hanging down from that. Huh. That happens a lot in these older gyms. Usually happens in like street hoops and stuff like that. You know, when we're playing a game of pickup. But Janipro brings it to Mendez in the corner. Golden on the leaper, and he's got it.
One time the cheerleaders had to get the ball unstuck.
I don't remember that. When was that from? Bielecki's going to go for another triple. No good. Gloucester Catholic is playing a really aggressive offense, and it didn't work in the first quarter, at least for the most part. But now it has really come full circle, and these guys are dominating right now early in this third frame. But they're passing really well from beyond the arc. It's just where that defense comes in where, you know, look, if you're going to run these guys in a full sprint up the floor for 16 minutes and a half, Pass intended for Kesper, the friendly ghost, and that'll be a turnover. Hey, it happens. It happens. 5-point game, 33-28. But again, sometimes your defense just gets gassed out when you're playing Gloucester Catholic, and that's what wins them games. Gloucester Catholic is built on conditioning, and they're built on a really quick, fast, and loose time frame. That will be Gloucester Catholic ball. Much to the dismay of the visiting crowd. I didn't get a great angle on it, but Janipro all the way across the floor to battle. Janipro, God! Haven't seen much from him in the stat sheet tonight, but he delivers, and that makes it a 8-point, 36-28 game.
Point game of anybody I've seen this season.
Yeah, I definitely, both of these teams, honestly. They have been drilling it from outside all night, and when you drill those shots, they make you a better team. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that believes in three-point shooting all day, every day. You know, I do kind of have more of a traditionalist mindset, but if you can make them, take them. As long as you take your time with it, and as long as you are going in there with a level head and not just chucking up shots for the sake of chucking up shots, you're going to have yourself a good game. Swings it out to Lehman, back to Hall. Nice pass up the middle. We've got a scramble, and it will be Gloucester Catholic ball again. The windbreaker has come off for Philip Campbell. It is interesting, though, how, the NBA and the NHL are really the only sports left where the coaches dress up in a full formal attire. High school basketball, you see it sometimes. Mark DeRujaris, Brian O'Donnell. Bielecki gets the layup, 36-30. But right now, ditching from the formal conversation for a quick second here. Battle brings it to Dnipro. He had a triple just a couple of minutes ago. Woodstown, their emotion sounding like the home gym right now. Up to Mendez. Oh, he takes a big hit. I mean, that's a foul that you can't really contest right there. I mean, you got to take it straight up. And, you know, again, you've got a guy from your backcourt squaring off against somebody from the front court for Woodstown. 9 times out of 10, Mendez, I don't think is going to make that shot when he's in that particular situation. But he took the leap. Woodstown did not go straight up, and he goes to the line for an extra 2. He made his first. He'll try another. Second one does go. A couple hops. Trouble at half court. Oh, nice half court press. And Mastaro drills it. 10-point game. That is genius defense right there from Woodstown. You back them into a corner and you take the ball out of their hands like taking candy from a baby. You know, these guys are playing really, really smart defense, and you can tell Woodstown is a little gassed right now. They are not hitting their best shots, and, you know, look, Woodstown is a good team, but they just haven't played their best basketball ever since the start of that second quarter. They were out to the 10-3 run, and then they kind of just lost the momentum and haven't hit their best shots. That's going to be a kickball violation. Not much you could say there. Be taken in to Bilecki. Nice. Woodstown chipping away. 8-point game on the layup by Max Webb. Mendez swings it out to Battle. Heavily guarded by Caesar. He finds Mendez in motion. Battle drops it. Just a little short. Up close and personal here in Gloucester Catholic. That's a foul. A bit of a sarcastic cheer from the Woodstown faithful. You know what? Woodstown's not happy because even though the foul was called, they thought it should have been a shooting foul, but it was not. So they will not, but they instead miss a corner 3. Bilecki out to the opposite corner. Lehman, nice one. That kind of makes up for not going to the free throw line, does it? Woodstown's definitely getting a lot more disciplined in this third quarter now that they've taken this big hit, this big deficit. Now they're going to be trying to slice their way back into it as a nice breakaway from Caesar makes it a 4-point game. Philip Campbell hyping up his guys. Again, it's making it sound like we're in Woodstown right now, not in Gloucester Catholic. The fans are hyped. Dnipro didn't have a heavy contest on the 3. Caesar gets back up after taking a slide on the Euro, taken away by Dnipro. Heaved up the floor to Mastaro. He takes a quick pause, and he's got it. Timeout, Coach Doc. Gloucester Catholic takes the timeout. And after a heavy sequence of back and forth basketball, Woodstown is very slowly getting back into the rhythm. We'll take a quick break. 42-36, under 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. We'll be right back. We got some towel cleanup here with the timeout. Philip Campbell talking it over with his guys. We will be back in action tomorrow at 12 o'clock for some youth basketball at the Audubon Gym, the John Kling Gymnasium. Bilecki brings it up the floor for the Wolverines. In trouble from the corner three. Good! And he fell down while doing it. How about that for Hall? I can't tell if Philip Campbell's loving it or hating it right now. We got a foul! And again, Campbell's livid. So is the rest of the orange and white. Wow. I'm surprised we haven't seen any tees in this quarter yet. That's some thick skin right there. Mendez finds his man in battle. No good. Or excuse me, no, that is not battle. That is number 4, Ethan Doogie, and that goes to tie the game. With 30 seconds left in the quarter, the triple from the Wolverines. This place is electric, 42 all, 20 seconds remaining in the third. We've still got a full 8 minutes to play. Mendez drives around Bilecki. Golden for the triple, no, a little long. He picks up the offensive board from the paint, no good. We've got to scramble. And that will be waved off. So the end of the third quarter. Hold your breath. Get to your kitchen microwave. Cook up some popcorn because we've got some excellent basketball down the stretch. 42 all at the end of the third. We'll be right back. Well, the scoreboard says it all. After Gloucester Catholic led by 6 at the half, they led by double digits at one point in the third quarter. And Philip Campbell, through thick and thin, through heavy frustrations with the officiating crew, they have clawed their way back to a tie game here with 8 minutes to play in regulation. Billy Ginepro going to bring it up. There's Carlos Mendez right there. He's got his game face on, and we have intense South Jersey basketball right now. 8 minutes remaining. I know we've got a few games next week that will not go to the same intensity as this one. Mostero in a contested three. Oh! Foul! Woodstown! After the shot was over. Man. Mostero will go to the line. Is he going to take 3 shots here? I think, because he was beyond the arc. He makes his first. He'll go for the line for his second. I don't think Ginepro knew he was shooting 3. So So Montero will go 2 for 2. Will he go 3 for 3 from the charity stripe? No! That'll be 44-42. Still great, though, from Montero. He leaves his man open. Max Webb, no good. Who gets the board? Montero almost came down with it. Now in the lane from the elbow. Goes back out into the corner for Balecki! And Woodstown, for the first time since the first quarter, takes the lead. 45-44, goes back to battle. Back to Mendez. Mendez finds Golden in the corner from mid-range. Montero in a double contest, doesn't get it. Battle picks up the board. Battle blocked. Goes back to Dnipro. Gloucester Catholic still has possession. And wow! Look at Philip Campbell. I am incredibly surprised that we have not seen a technical foul yet. He has been red hot since the start of the game. Second foul against Woodstown. And remember, that bonus is a lot stricter, 5 fouls in a quarter. Mendez. I'm surprised there wasn't a foul there, but Battle gets the putback, and it's 46-45. Rams get it back. Goes to Balecki. Balecki back outside. Webb blocked from the elbow. Mostero's got it. 2-on-1 fast break. He loses the ball on the shot up, and Woodstown gets the ball back. No foul. The one time that I thought a foul might have been called against Woodstown, there wasn't one. And now, well, now you're going to be on the bad side of both coaches. Because I think that's a little unfair treatment there, because they're calling on Coach Doc to let it go. But what about Philip Campbell? He's been almost screaming at him for the past 20 minutes. So, look, if both coaches are going to be upset, give them both their flowers, you know? Now, I do think as Hall goes up the middle, they're going to let the boys play, and they're going to let the Wolverines take the lead, 47-46. I do think both coaches do have the right to be upset about some of the calls, but again, you know, look, I think they're just going to let the boys play a little bit. Montero was open in the corner, so he misses. Woodstown's going to slow down the pace a little bit here. Or maybe not, because here's Balecki for 3. No good. Here goes a scramble. We've got a fellow on his back. Balecki from 3 again. Doesn't get it. Golden picks up the board. Instead, it's Dnipro. 5 minutes to play. Got to catch your breath here. 47-46. Into the corner. Battle. Just a little long. Now I think cooler heads are finally going to prevail after the past 10 minutes have been intense basketball with arguments. And Philip Campbell's going to call a timeout. We will take a quick break. 47-46 in favor of the Wolverines. Oh my, heart rate is up. We'll be right back. Whew. Well, I think whoever is the loser in this game is going to go home with a lot of difficult discussions to make. We've got a scramble. Woodstown hangs on to possession. Right in front of us, we got a foul, and it's going to be on Gloucester Catholic. Webb will bring this one in again for the Wolverines. Balecki, he's been the leading scorer for this Wolverines team as a guard. Really Gloucester Catholic ball, but I don't know who had the last touch there. It hit Woodstown's bench. I didn't get the best angle on it. I think they were saying it was tipped. Referees are going to talk this one over. Or at least I thought they would. They are saying it was tipped and that it's Gloucester Catholic ball. Brought in by Golden to Mendez. Mastero catches a pass over the shoulder. From beyond the arc, Gloucester Catholic keeping it that way. These teams have been really good from three-point land tonight. From inside. Woodstown had the last touch there. Rocco String checking in, Caesar checking out. And there's six-man Caesar, their sophomore, getting a lot of love from the Woodstown faithful. Off the inbound and one to retake the lead for the Rams in what has been a back and forth battle of the year. It's going to go to Golden, who will go to the line. So he will go to the line to make it a 2-point game. Got it. 49-47. I'll tell you, we've had some great basketball games this year. We have seen some excellent performances. We've seen some excellent, well-played games. This is probably a contender for a DWB Classic. Wow, the shots waved off. I thought Woodstown was going to get an and one. Hold on here. The foul will be against Mendez, the second foul for the Rams this quarter. But it will not be called a shooting foul, so Woodstown will still get the possession, but they will not get the points. From R.J. Hall, Bilecki off the inbound to Hall from the corner. Bilecki passes it inside to the new substitution and the starting forward String. No foul. Back to Mendez. He's going to be in a full sprint on his way up. One-legged, couldn't get it. He is down. He is back up. Back to Webb. Webb in heavy trouble, chest to chest. And who's going to have that one there? Again, that will be Woodstown ball, so the tide is starting to turn a little bit, but not in the way that you want it if you're a fan of the visitors. Goes to Bilecki. Passed up the middle to Lehman. High off the glass, no good. Rebound, Trey Battle. String pressuring inside. And Gloucester Catholic's going to slow it down a little bit again. They know what they have. They have 3 minutes on the clock. Exactly, that's a good piece of advice. Do not force it. They've been trying to do that all night, and that's forced a lot of bad shots. If they're trying to rush the play, it's not going to give you a good result. Back to Golden. And we're going to have an intentional foul. Not sure why he went for that move, but That's gonna put Woodstown on the brink of giving up a bonus. We're gonna have a timeout called by Philip Campbell. They're gonna talk things over here. 2:39 remaining in the fourth. Let's take a look. We're going to keep it here. Let's take a look what Gloucester Catholic's dealing with right now in the Tri-County Classic Division, as they are right now sitting pretty in second. In third. They were in second at one point, and they were leading at one point in this regular season. But Pittman and Salem and Gloucester Catholic in that top spot. Now, this is kind of the exact opposite of the Tri-County Diamond. Woodstown and Overbrook are the only two teams with an above 500 record. Now in this division, 4 of the 6 teams are above 500. Pittman, Salem, GC, and Wildwood. And then you've got a steep drop off to Clayton, who's 3-16, and Salem, 2-15. Salem Tech, 2-15 on this waning campaign. And we'll take that board away, but just consider what Gloucester Catholic has right now. They are the only private school in this division, and they had a huge win over Salem and a huge win over Pittman last 2 days ago on the 1st. Gloucester Catholic winning today wouldn't help them as much in terms of power points because they're both considered Group 1, and it wouldn't help them much in terms of divisional standings, but it will certainly be a prideful win. Considering how hardly fought this game was and is, there's the sounds of the inbound right there. Mendez. 2.5 minutes to play. Back to Ginepro. Back to Mastaro from deep 3. No good. A little wide right. And now that opens the door for Woodstown to tie the game again. I don't think right now it will be smart to try to chuck up threes. They know they can hit the ball from inside. They know they have more size on the inside. They know they have bigger men on the inside than Gloucester Catholic does. You've got Rocco String. You've got Lehman. That one takes a hop. We've got a scramble. String goes down. Mendez has it. Caesar takes a hit. Caesar hangs on to the ball. And now they're going to slow it down again. Bilecki from 3 to take the lead! The half centennial mark for Woodstown, 50 to 49. 1:20 to play. Back to Ginepro. Mendez looks for his man. He passes it out in the corner to Battle. Battle inside. Gives it to Mendez again. High flying, and Doherty stops the play with a timeout. We will take a quick break. This is some euphoric basketball right here. 50 to 49 in favor of the visitors. 63 seconds to play. We'll be right back. $50 to 49. This right now is a DWB Classic watch. We had GCIT in Gloucester. That game ended with a Mark Hallman double coverage buzzer beater 3. This game might end the same way. Mendez takes it in. Might have been a good opportunity for us to catch our breath. 1 minute. Mendez up the middle. Golden. Back to Mendez for three. No good. Little long. Mascara picks up the board. He wastes no time. Brings it back to Mendez. Mendez passes it in the corner to Trey Battle. Gone! Rams retake the lead, and Doc calls another timeout. He has now 1 remaining. Campbell and Woodstown have 2. We will keep it here. We do not have a graphic for this, but right now in the PowerPoints for Gloucester Catholic, South Jersey non-public B is where they stand, and right now they are on pace to have a home game in the first round. Now, the 21st of February is for public schools groups 2 and 4. So for that, we'll either be covering Cinnaminson or Cherokee. We do not have that many connections with group 2 and 4, but that will probably be our plan for the first round. Cinnaminson or Cherokee on the 21st. The 22nd would be anybody in South Jersey Group 1 or Group 3. And then along with that, the non-public schools play on Friday the 23rd. Now, for South Jersey, the non-public bracket, the top 2 teams would get a bye. So right now, that would be St. Rose and Trenton Catholic. Cavalry Christian is in 3rd, Eustis is in 4th, and Gloucester Catholic would be in 5th. So with that logic, they would get the 12-seed Princeton Day as their first-round playoff game. If Gloucester, I will say this right now on the air, for any Gloucester Catholic fans, if Gloucester Catholic gets a home game in the first round, we will cover that game on DWB on Friday, February 23rd. That'll actually be the day before baseball season starts with Immaculata and Rutgers Camden for a doubleheader on February 24th. They're going to roll it up the floor. Balecki has it. 30 seconds. Contact. He got it. No and one. Tie game. "15 seconds. Possibly the last possession. 10 seconds. 52-52. Doc calls a timeout. He uses his last. The shot is waved off. 5.2 on the clock. And our producer, Donna, timed it perfectly. So how about this? 5.2 seconds. 52-52. Talk about that for a for a 1-2-3, 1-2-3 kind of deal. Oh my goodness. This might be the best game we've watched all year. I mean, look, we had Audubon and Woodbury. That was a great game. GCIT and Gloucester was a great game. But that ended up being a game where Gloucester led by like double digits at the half, and then visitors came back and won.
You know it's a good game when I don't have time to play on my phone.
Yeah. But the energy does not stop here. We've got on Monday, no broadcast, but we are doing public address for the first round of the Camden County tournament with CCTS and Audubon. Tuesday is Audubon and Gloucester in Gloucester, 7 p.m. start. Tuesday, New Egypt and Wednesday, New Egypt and Delran. Thursday, Haddon Heights and Paulsboro. And Friday, New Egypt and, Overbrook and Pittman. Doc calls his final timeout, and that might be all he needs. 5.2 seconds remaining. 52-52. An electric crowd all afternoon. Not a single centimeter of space, not a single square foot of space available here in the Mike Angelotti Gym. 5 seconds. Inbounded by Battle. Golden finds Mendez. And no! Overtime! Mendez, his shot was denied. And 32 minutes will not do it. We will have overtime in Gloucester Catholic. We'll be right back after this. Not yet. We are back. 32 minutes was not enough to do it. It is 52-52. For the first time this year, we have overtime at South Jersey basketball. Man, we will have a traditional tip-off to start the overtime period. Rocco String under it for the Wolverines on the right side of your screen. Kyle Golden on the left for the Rams. Overtime period starts with the starting five on the floor for both ends, as it was at the beginning of the night. Bilecki. It's a shame the student section's not here to enjoy this one. From the free throw line, no good. Woodstown ball, they hang on to the possession. If Woodstown wins, they would hang on to their 10th win of the season. That's good. Not sure, I didn't see who made the basket, but 54-52 in favor of the Wolverines. Golden bobbled it, but hung on to the possession. That'll be a kickball. There's not much arguing that one. As we say, there are two types of field goals in basketball, and that's not one of them. 3:09 remaining in the four-minute overtime. Golden ties the game. Woodstown right now at 9-6. For South Jersey Group 1 PowerPoints is sitting right now in the 15 spot. Despite having a winning record, they are on the brink of being knocked out of the playoffs if Maple Shade and Burlington City jump them. If the season were to end today, they would play Pittman in the first round in more Tri-County action. They're going to take their time here because any swing of the ball, you have less time to work with. Look at this lucky bounce. It's going to go into the corner for Lehman. No good. Rebound by the big fella, Ginipro. Mendez drops it, but he hangs on to it. There was a game last week between Cinnaminson and Medford Tech that went to 5 overtimes. The final score was 96-89 Cinnaminson. No blocking foul. The ball gets away. Woodstown ball. And Campbell's given his case about that previous play where one of their guys went down.
It would really be a shame to have this game decided by a technical.
Yeah.
They both played so well.
These guys have played their hearts out for all 35 minutes. And 100 seconds remain in the first overtime. No good. Only 2 baskets have been made in this first overtime period. 90 seconds. Mascaro has it. Driven up the floor by Mendez. He's got it. 56-54. Hall. No good. Offensive board by String and a foul. Philip Campbell and Brandon Doherty are being brought together by the referee. I don't know what they're discussing, but I'm not sure what they're discussing here. Either way, Rocco String, the multi-sport athlete for the Wolverines, the three-sport athlete for the Wolverines, goes to the line for two. No, they will not. He will not go to the line. They are going to call off the free throw after further deliberation. Big scramble! Mendez! He did it! 4-point game with a minute to play. Woodstown now in a scramble and a foul on Gloucester Catholic. Really no debating that one. There's a block, and then there's a block and foul like that one. Really no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Webb will inbound. Just a smidge under a minute. You don't go for a three here. In my opinion, you don't go for a three. Your team is way better on the inside. Just like this. String. No, they're going to give it to Hall. That's not the shot you want to take. They're going to do it again. Webb. Good! Oh! 58-57. And timeout, Doc. Rams use their second to last timeout. Remember, Doc had no timeouts at the end of regulation, but they do add on extra timeouts for overtime, and because Woodstown did not use all 5 of their timeouts, they carried over, so that's why they have 3.
I need a timeout to let my heart rate settle.
Oh my goodness. 58-57. I think no matter how this game ends, this is a DWB classic right here.
Better than the last Sixers game I watched.
When's the last time you watched the Sixers game? Years ago.
No, we went to a game last year.
Yes, we did. They lost to the Suns, but obviously Joel Embiid, that torn meniscus, but really a shame for them. Oh. 1:10 p.m. This game started at 11:40, so it's still below the 2-hour mark, but this game could still go either way. Gloucester Catholic's been playing no-nonsense basketball all night. If they draw a foul or if Woodstown draws a foul, if somebody goes to the line, makes 1 or 2, we could very well be seeing a second overtime. This is the first time this year that we've seen overtime in DWB basketball ever since we started streaming back in December. Back to battle. He finds Janipro. He sends him down, and that's a foul. That should give Gloucester Catholic the overtime bonus, if I recall correctly. And it will. Checking into the game for Gloucester Catholic will be the senior Giancarlo Coya. Carlos Mendez. No good. 20 seconds, .1. Woodstown trying to box out. Either way, it's still a one-possession game. To make it 2 points, he's got it. 59-57, but again, that missed shot from the stripe opens the door back up, and Campbell calls a timeout. 15.2 on the clock. We'll keep it here. Actually, no, we will take a break. 15 seconds left. 59-57. Rams over the Wolverines. Man, we'll be right back. 59-57 in the first overtime here at the Mike Angelotti Gym. Gloucester Catholic leads by 2. They have led for a good portion of this game. The only time where they didn't lead was early in the first quarter when Woodstown had that early 10-3 run. And Gloucester Catholic is really going to have to space themselves out well. Nothing from the perimeter, nothing inside. Well, even if you give up something inside, you have to play on a strict no-3 policy. They're going to redo that. They're asking Gloucester Catholic's player Calzanetti to move back. Or excuse me, Giancarlo Coya. 10 seconds. Passes it out. He puts up a 3. No good. Who has it? Gloucester Catholic's going to have it, and the game is over. The game is over. Oh my gosh. 59-57 the final in an instant classic. Woodstown denied in the final seconds as Gloucester Catholic ekes out a win in overtime. The first time we've had overtime all year. Oh my goodness, I am covered in sweat. I mean, this is...
You might not have a voice tomorrow.
Yeah, we do have some youth games, but oh my goodness. I mean, look, Gloucester Catholic, they clutched up when it mattered the most. And that's what wins games. That is what will win you games at the end of the season. Gloucester Catholic knew that even though this was going to go down to who ended up, having the last shot, they made sure that they forced Woodstown into a bad situation. They made sure that Woodstown did not get a good opportunity. They made sure that every opportunity was heavily contested. They made sure that every lane was covered, that no stone was left unturned. And in the end, that got them a win. Gloucester Catholic, the number 5 seed in South Jersey Non-Public B, slated to play Princeton Day in the first round of the playoffs if anything ends today. They improved to 12-7. They've just got a couple of games left in the regular season, and that includes 3 games in out-of-conference play. They have Burlington Township tomorrow, Salem on the 6th, Washington Township on the 9th for the homecoming of Coach Todd Powers, and Gloucester on the 10th in the traditional annual Gloucester versus Gloucester Catholic game. For the Woodstown Wolverines, this gives them trouble. They may be 9-7 now, but they, from the South Jersey Power Points bracket, they are the 15 seed. If Maple Shade or Burlington City jumps them, they are at risk of being knocked out of the playoffs. So Philip Campbell right now will have a lot to think about as they lose their 7th game of the year, still remain above 500, but with 5 games left in the regular season, 3 of them at home, 2 of them on the road rather, Glassboro, Overbrook, Washington Township, Buna, and Salem, they'll probably win 2 out of those 5 games, but watch out for the Wildcats and the Blue Devils because things might get crazy in South Jersey Group 1. That's all for us today here from the Michael Angelotti Gym. A lot of hugs, a lot of happy feelings for Gloucester Catholic, and a lot of unfortunate feelings for Woodstown, as that was definitely a close game, and you never want it to end the way that it did if you're the visitor, but that's the way it is. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow at the Audubon John F. Kling Gymnasium for youth basketball in the ICBL, and then our next high school broadcast will be Tuesday, February 6th, with the Audubon Green Wave and the Gloucester Lions in Colonial Conference play. From everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, our social media coordinator, Anthony DePalma, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan, my wonderful producer, Donna Wilkins, myself, Dan Wilkins. We will see you either Sunday or Tuesday. Drive home safe, everyone. Enjoy the sunny day outside. We'll see you next time.